Hey everybody, this is part 2 of my December /holiday /Manila book haul, and sorry for the change in lighting, but I'm actually filming this in late afternoon and now it's really dark, and as you guys know, my room lights are really crappy and not built for filming. But anyways, I wanted to finish the rest of the books that I have for from this book haul. So this is part 2. If you guys haven't seen part 1, please do click somewhere around here, or the link is going to be down below. So yeah, let's get through them, right? Most of the books that are going to be on this part 2 are going to be mostly the anthologies or collection of plays, collection of short stories that I got, just because I wanted to get like a huge variety of type of reading that I wanted to do, not here, but when I was in the Philippines. But I didn't get to read any of them because I was so busy. But there are books that I were so interested in, so yeah. First one up is by Rosales, Casocot. This is Heartbreak and Magic. This is about, it's a collection of, it's actually a winner of the Philippine Graphic Fiction Awards. It is a collection of short stories about fantasy and horror, which I was thoroughly obsessed with when I was in Manila. I read several volumes of the Philippine speculative fiction series. I couldn't find like print copies of it, so I just read it on my Kindle. I might do a book review on them. They are a collection of fantasy and mythical type related stories set in modern times. That's speculative fiction genre in the Philippines. So this is one of those books. And a lot of it is about love stories, I think. So I picked that up. Looked absolutely cute. Very short read, actually. Another one is, this one's by Carljoe Javier. I believe this is his first book. This is, And the Geek Shall Inherit the Earth. And I love the title, so I picked it up. It is also a bunch of short stories. It says on the back, in his first book, Carljoe Javier writes hilarious... What does that say? Hilarious essays on diverse topics such as being a certified geek, the panties of celebrities, the dilemmas of peeing, teaching at a school for girls, his mutant powers, playing with an edgy rock band, and joining a local reality TV show. So it's a collection of short stories. Actually, as you guys see, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. It's insanely pretty. No joke, guys. Very short read. You guys can't really see it, but the spine has like this geeky design too, right here. It's red and black. Really pretty book. I'm excited to read it. It's a very short read too, and I love the title, like I said. And the Geek Shall Inherit the Earth. Totally true. Age of the Geek. If you guys watch Leverage, yeah, definitely a geek. Definitely a geek. Okay. And another one, this one's actually a bunch of plays. This is by Aida Rivera Ford, Heroes in Love. And on the cover, short primer on this. This is Jose Rizal, national hero, like I mentioned in the first part of this book haul video. And this is Gregorio del Pilar, I think. Yeah. This is Gregorio del Pilar and Manuel Quezon, which are very prominent historical historical figures in Manila, in the Philippines. And this is featuring plays on the love lives of Jose Rizal, Gregorio del Pilar, Manuel L. Quezon, and Crisostome Ibarra. Crisostome Ibarra is actually the main character in Noli Tangere and Il Filibusterismo. So these are plays based on those characters. Jose Rizal, Gregorio del Pilar, and Manuel Quezon are actually real life people who lived in the Philippines and have died since years ago. But they are like a bunch of short plays. And if you can see it, there's like illustrations and lines. I noticed it, I wanted to pick it up. Looks very cool. I've read like a couple of pages and I enjoy it, so I'm gonna be reading that. Okay, and then another one. The cover is not very impressive. I kind of thought it was but this is by Yvette. This is Waking the Dead. And other horror stories. It looks very interesting. There's a lot of there's a lot of stories here about mythological creatures such as aswang, tikbalang, manananggal, kapre, which if you guys are not familiar, I'm probably gonna put like a little bit of annotation or something down below to explain all of those words. But those are mythological figures, monsters, if you can, you know, if you want to say that, in the Filipino culture. So these are short stories about that. So excited to read it. Oh my god. I've been on like fictional, not fictional, fantasy, mythological kind of book obsession when I was in Manila, just because it was the type of stories that I was told when I was kids. Like, you know, when you were little in Manila, you're gonna, you know, most of the time when you're growing up there, they're gonna tell you, you know, hala ka, merong aswang, or, you know, when it's Halloween, like, there's a lot of horror stories about ghosts, but mostly it's about like, oh my god, I saw manananggal, which is a half woman, half flying bat type of monster. Or like, oh, kapunta doon sa puno na yon, merong kapre dyan. Like, kapres are like huge, scary giants that they smoke tobacco, cigars and stuff. Or tikbalang, which I believe is kind of like centaurs. It's like half horse, half human. So those are very interesting characters to me that are like childhood stories, scary stories that are now the topic of these like fictional offerings. So that's that. Another one of those kind of books, like what I was saying, this is Naermyth by Karen Francisco. You guys don't even know how hard it was to find a copy of this. This is kind of like the Hunger Games, sort of. It's about it's a dystopian young adult novel about the world has ended and has been taken over. The mythological creatures that I just explained to you guys, it has fallen to chaos. It says here in the back, these monsters we've read about as children wage a war that led to the human race's downfall. And then the main character is, I don't know her name, but it's not here on the blurb. But there's a group of humans called shepherds who are fighting against, they're the resistance. So even like, you know, mythological characters such as duendes, which are dwarfs, come into play. Anyways, dystopian novel. I'm excited to read that. What else do we have? Ooh, let's see. Oh, and these books now are just more of anthologies. Last three, yay guys. This one is edited by Vicente Garcia Groyon. This is very short stories for the Harried reader, and this is 1 to 3 pages of stories that render complete, complex, engaging worlds for these hectic times. Also called sudden fiction or flash fiction in the Philippines. And this is 41 of the best short stories in English in the Philippine country today. Very cute cover. Oh my gosh, look at that. And the spine is yellow. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Excited to read that. It's going to be a very fast read. And then I also have the Flip Reader. This is edited by Jessica Zafra, who wrote Twisted and also a bunch of other books. She's a pretty acclaimed author in the Philippines. And this is stories being a greatest hits anthology from Flip, the official guide to world domination. It's a bunch of stories published in the Flip magazine. And it covers a lot of span of topics. There's like the brain drain in Manila. What else? Like culture, history, current events. So I'm excited to read that. There's a bunch of authors that contributed to that. I'm not going to name all of them. Yeah. What else? So excited. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that awesome cover too. It's insane. Yeah, very cute. It's like a magazine but in a book form. Awesomeness. And then the last book, oh my gosh, this is by Jessica Zafra. Actually, it took forever to find this book. The 500 People You Meet in Hell by Jessica Zafra. So cute. Oh my gosh, the cover is not very enticing, but inside is a very, very cute, my gosh, I wonder if I can see. I got pretty much on the left side of this little book. You know, number 13, like, you know, the person, you know, people that you really hate and are annoying in life. So this one's number 13. The popular girls who made fun of you for being a geek. And then the right side of the book, on the other side of the page, kind of, you know, what's dealt to them and what they deserve in hell. So it says, they spend eternity at a high school dance where everyone is Bill Gates and Stephen Hawking, and no one ever asks them to dance. They can't get anything to eat or drink from the fabulous buffet unless they can solve a complex equation. Since they can't solve any of these puzzles, they wither away from starvation and thirst. It is freaking hilarious. It's one of those books that if you are irony challenged